So Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
What up? What up? Everybody tuning in, man. Where you are tuning in from? Sorry for the delay. We getting a little cranky with a little something different this evening. So if you're looking at us from YouTube, you're looking at us on Twitter, go ahead and hit that link. If you're tapping in on Twitch, shout out to the first time listeners on Twitch. And we guys present sports for the culture. If you don't know, we're the #1 ranked sports culture podcast in the entire world. I'm the host for the night, Gruff Lion. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the fellas. Top right, introduce yourself.
At Bryce, XXV, Double I, a.k.a. Mr. Big Leaguer, a.k.a. my mama's favorite gas panelist, man. Feels good to be back. Missed last week and had a couple unfortunate series of events. But I'm back. I'm ready to discuss the week's topics, ready to get into it. We got some good stuff on the dock tonight, so let's get rolling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Things happen, man. Things do happen. We totally understand that. Life would be life. Real talk. Center, middle, bottom.
All right, T-Boogie, man. I've been gone for 2 weeks, man. So, I done missed the show. I done missed the fellas. I'm back fresh from Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I was spending them pesos on that Don Julio, but I'm back, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to get it. I just want to do the show, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Let's just get to it.
All right, sounds good, man. I feel it, man. I feel you. The first week I came back from Mexico, I was just missing out on some of the luxuries of the levels of margaritas, there's so many different kinds of margaritas, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want a good margarita.
Hey, to my Mexico brethren, man, is Coco Bongo still lit out there, man? That's all I want to know, man.
Man, I don't know, bro. I couldn't get with it because they was out here. They had the mask and I don't know, like Mickey Mouse and all these weird combinations of people outside, and I'm just like, yo, get the fuck away from me, yo.
Hey, Coco Bongo go crazy, bro. You ever been to that Cancun strip? Find your way to Coco Bongo, all right? Yeah. T-Boogie know what I'm talking about.
They're still out there.
I went to almost everything except Coco Bongo on that strip. But yeah, let's get into it, man. We got some good topics lined up for the show tonight, man. And let's go ahead and start with the state of the NFL running backs, man. That's a topic that's near and dear to our hearts, as we begin the fantasy football season in the split alternate universe in which running backs are worth a lot. And in the real world, they're worth very little. Unfortunately. So there was a graphic that went online yesterday. Des Bryant retweeting the average salary of a kicker, which was, I think, like, I don't know what the number was. It was more than
2.2. It was like 2.2 or 2.3 million.
2.23 million over compared to like 1.7, I think it was, for the running backs. Obviously, there's less kickers than our running backs, 3 strings of running backs as well. But I mean, it did, it did have a little story to it, and got me thinking about the running backs and if they're undervalued in today's NFL. So what are y'all thoughts on that, fellas? T, I'm gonna start with you.
All right, I see you kind of covered me with the question. It's perfect that you started with me, but man, this is nothing new, man. Running backs have been undervalued for a long time. Those guys have been fighting to get paid. We saw Le'Veon Bell hold out. It is what it is. Short shelf life. Teams are not willing to invest. Teams are going running back by committee now. The graphic was a little misleading because there's way more running backs than there are kickers. So, I mean, if you took the top couple of running backs, top couple of kickers, running backs still make more. But at the end of the day, man, running backs are extremely undervalued.
Yeah. I got to piggyback off T-Boogie, man. Even like to that point, there is way more running backs than there is kickers, but I'm pretty sure if you would have did that graphic with offensive tackles, you know what I'm saying, that it wouldn't have been a comparable number to kickers, right? And running back position is undervalued. for a few reasons. One, because the running backs get hurt so easily, of course. Two, because running back, I mean, you don't have too many bell cow running backs in the league anymore. And I don't know if y'all remember this, but this was early on in the history of this show, man. This is maybe a couple years ago. I tried to make a point that like the running back issue is way more of an NFLPA issue than anything else, bro. I said it before. There has to be something written into the bylaws, into the CBA, that running backs get compensated differently than every other position, bro. Right? One, you probably taking the most hits of any position in the NFL, right? Relative to getting paid. And two, there's no incentive right now for teams to pay the running backs anymore, bro. There's no incentive. All right, let's say like this, yo. Let's say there's a salary cap, right? We all know the NFL is a salary cap, right? Let's say running back position doesn't count against the cap. I bet you running backs will start getting paid, all right? You feel me? Like, there's got to be something incentivized to make these teams pay these running backs, because without the running back position, the game of football changes drastically. And we're getting to a point where they want it to just be a passing game, but I want to keep the essence of football. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, the NFLPA got to do something for the people they represent. And the running backs counting that. And until that happens, we're just going to keep seeing the position devalued till one day there won't be any good players at the position, because all those players are going to want to play receiver or defense.
Yeah, I mean, what's the thing is about it is like, what's really the solution? Like, how do you really fix and bridge the gap? Because I mean, even as you stand, like you got running backs that are pretty good running backs that are available. You got a couple guys that are unsigned. I mean, like, how do you force teams to pay more for them to make it just, you know?
Bruh, do what I just said. Make it so that running backs do not count against the salary cap. So you can sign a running back to whatever dollar amount you want, and it doesn't affect your cap year in, year out. I guarantee you teams will start signing these running backs to contract. But what's happening is these teams are looking at they're looking at the salary cap like it's a budget, right? You got $160 million. I don't know what the cap is. You don't quote me on that. But let's say you got $100 million to spend on your whole team, right? I'm not about to spend $20 million of that on a position that pretty much gets hurt damn near every year. Now, if they just said, hey, the running back position doesn't count against the cap, teams are going to be like, all right, let's go get this best running back and let's rock out. It'll be a very easy decision for these teams. And I guarantee you, bro, that money for running backs will start to skyrocket again. That's the easiest solution I see right now. But something's got to give, man. They got to have something. NFLPA's got to work on this. They got to take care of their guys. That's the only solution I can see right now, though.
Well, with that solution, you just create a Yankee situation where all the running backs go to the richest franchise, right? Cowboys, 49, couple really rich franchises, right? It's probably not going to fly for Jacksonville or teams that aren't willing to pony up to get those top running backs. But I think you mentioned it one time. I think you mentioned the alternate solution. It could have been you slot the running backs. Like
that was the first one. Okay, yeah.
So slot their pay, or make it all incentive based. I mean, teams can still try to cheat the carries and rotate the carries and things like that. But something's got to give. And you say it's NFLPA. What about the players? Like just the CBA? Like I guess that's still NFLPA, but guys aren't going to hold out. Like this issue has always existed. It's just
I agree. But I say NFLPA, right? Because those are the guys that are working on that CBA. You know what I mean, and putting their stamp of approval on it before it gets ratified. But it's like it got to be from that level, bro, because the team's not going to do it. There's no incentive for the league to do it itself, bro. It's like this is the reason that unions are created. The NFLPA is just a union essentially. This is why unions are created, yo. So to protect workers. And these running backs, they're not being NFL players in general are not protected. But the running backs right now are not protected. The problem what I feel like with slotting them, bro, and that's what I thought at first, right? But when you try to slot the salaries, you had to do that. You had to do that based off of like some sort of historical data, right? Okay, like how the NBA is doing. You got to play 65 games to get an award. So you got to have 1,000-yard season to get this much money, right? You have to be worth this to get this, right? And to me, that makes it a little too objective, where contracts are supposed to be subjective at times. You're supposed to be predicting what a guy might do for the next 4 years. Like some of these guys that get signed to 5-year contracts, you're predicting that they're going to be great players. You know what I'm saying? You're not always signing a player based off whatever they've done. And that's the only reason why slotting them, I feel like won't maybe work as well. But to your point, you're right. If it just becomes about money, then yeah, you might have teams with 2 really good running backs because, a team like the Rams, LA Rams has more money than a team like the Cincinnati Bengals, right? But whatever, man. At least the running backs is getting paid at that point, bro. At least the running backs is getting the bag because, I read a thing. I seen something today that said Alfred Morris, bro. Alfred Morris had like a 10-year career in the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's a pretty good career, right? I saw something that said he made $7.7 million, bro, his whole career. And don't get me wrong, $7.7 million is a lot of money, bro, right? When you talk about a dude that had multiple 1,000-yard seasons, pretty much was the linchpin with RG3 when they had their little run in Washington, right? I mean, you think this guy only made $7 million for that run? That sounds crazy, bro. It sounds kind of crazy. And then I'm sure there's more stories like that, but I don't know, bro. I just feel like something got to give, and it got to come from the top of the PA with the running backs.
Well, I mean, look, the hard truth running backs got to understand is, and I've been saying this, people don't agree, but having a top-tier dominant running back that you added all the salary to, it does not equate to winning. I retweeted a tweet that goes along with what I've been saying all along, man. Isaac Pacheco, bro, 7th round, get you a starting running back in the 7th round. What do you need? What do you need to spend? What, 10 million, 15 million? How much you want to spend on Saquon? How much you want to spend on Josh Jacobs? You can find the next Saquon or Josh Jacobs in college. You can find them.
I disagree, bro. I disagree that Pacheco 7th rounder is a Saquon Barkley, bro. I don't think Pacheco is a Saquon.
They're not. I mean, ultimately, there are elite running backs, and the Saquon is obviously better than Pacheco, but the margin isn't that huge in the sense that you could really go get a new running back. You feel me? That's part of the reason why in fantasy football, I'm about to trade. I'm willing to trade the best running back in the league for the number 1 pick, who is going to be a running back, because I know that I got a new shelf life with a running back. I know guys 5-6 years in the league, they don't got that much time left, bro.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, Scrub, you're right. And y'all are both right, bro. You can find value running backs in the draft. I'm not trying to make it sound like you can't, bro. But you know who does that? A good GM. Because you can find you a star receiver in the 4th round, right? You can find you a DK Metcalf in the 3rd. Right, you can find you I could go on for days about players who was found late, bro. You know what I mean? And we all could do that, bro. My overall point is, if Pacheco becomes Walter Payton, he needs his bag, bro. That's my point, bro. You know what I'm saying? If that 7th round running back becomes Barry Sanders, yeah, he needs a bag, bro. You feel me? And that's the issue.
See, that's the thing,
it's not about that you can find them when you can't. It's about that there's no incentive. There's no incentive for these teams to pay these guys, bro. And if you make that an incentive, these guys will get paid, bro. These guys will get paid if you make it incentivized, bro.
Would you rather be a receiver or a running back?
Come on, bro.
Okay.
You already know.
Yeah, receiver. Yeah, no doubt.
Would you rather be a safety or a corner?
Probably a corner. We just talking about strictly bread. Yeah, probably a corner.
Corner, right. Certain positions.
But also both of those are just from a durability and how much hits you taking is also those are all right, at running back, you're going to get hit more, and the safety, you're going to collide with more people more at a more destructive angle and speed.
All right, that's fair. But
and that's my bad, T. Go ahead.
But basically what I'm getting at is, right, they pay. We talked pre-show, we talked about AI, right? What would AI tell you about winning percentages and how you should allot that salary on your roster? They're gonna slot running back probably exactly where it is, if not lower.
Take it off the side. That's my solution. Take it off the salary cap, bro.
Right,
that will incentivize these teams to pay an RB, bro. Take it off the cap because,
how are you worth that?
All right, but look. This is the thing. Okay, and I'm not disagreeing with that point, right? But this is not the point that the quote-unquote mainstream tries to push. The quote-unquote mainstream tries to push this narrative, right, that running backs get injured more than every single position. I'm not sure that that's true. Now, I don't have all the data in front of me to tell me if that's true or not, but I would need a true comparison between running backs and, let's say, middle linebackers be getting hurt a lot. All right.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
them
I don't
fools
know.
still getting
I don't
paid.
know that it's that.
But that's the narrative they be trying to push, brother. They don't pay running backs because the shelf life is low. They get hurt a lot.
Shelf life.
I'm not sure.
That's the word.
I'm not sure that the running backs are not running out of steam at the same rate as a lot of other positions, bro. I'm not sure about that. But this position has gotten devalued because of the way that the game is going, bro. That's the real thing. See, the people that like the way the game's going, like people like there's more passing in the game than ever right now. So there's a bit less need for a running back. But in the situation where you have a Derrick Henry, where they're a running team and they use their running back a whole lot, a Saquon Barkley, where he won them more games than Daniel Jones won them last year. All right, if you watch the NFC East, you know that, bro. In these situations, you can't tell me about the value of those running backs, bro, because now you're just being disrespectful to what these guys are provided. And I think that's the part that I feel like is getting missed in this, bro. Certain running backs, sure. If you Pat Mahomes, right, and you got 4 running backs and they all only get 6 carries a game, all right, that's one thing. But if you're Saquon Barkley and you're carrying Daniel Jones on your back, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Daniel Jones the one to get the contract, I have an issue with that, bro. There's a fundamental flaw in that.
I mean, I really think Daniel Jones and Saquon are probably worth the same amount of wins to the team. And I might even give Daniel Jones the edge because he's the quarterback. like he's the engine. I mean, what would a running back be if it was on a car? It wouldn't be the engine, wouldn't be the transmission.
Well, on the Giants, it damn sure would be. It depends what car. Because if it's Pat Mahomes, if it's a Chiefs car, then you're right. It's not the engine. But if it's the Giants car or the Titans car or name that team with a dominant or the even the Chargers car, bro, they damn near half and half without Austin Eckler, bro. Okay, this is a great case. Is Austin Eckler, bro. The man catches 130 balls a season. You telling me he's not supposed to get paid? He's not supposed to get a bag? Like, come on, bro. That doesn't make sense, bro. So now, how do we gauge that when you got a running back that catch 100 passes? So what, they still supposed to get paid like a running back, although they putting up more receiving yards than the 15th ranked receiver in receiving yards?
No.
Why does Russell Gage? And I'm not no shade to Russell Gage. Why is Russell Gage making more money than Saquon Barkley, bro? Does that make sense to you? Like, come on, bro. Like, there's fundamental flaws in this, and I feel like the mainstream trying to hide behind the fact that running backs have. Nah, bro. It's not. That's not just the case, bro. It's an undervalued position, and that's the real problem.
Do you make more money at your job than the guy that does desktop support that makes sure you can connect to the internet?
Yeah, I do. I make a whole lot more money than that dude. And that dude had me with no Wi-Fi all last week. All right, so he ain't worth the pennies he getting. All right, I'm tired of damn desktop. Get me on Wi-Fi, man.
No, your value is what the market says your value is, right? I thought that's what y'all told me about Lamar Jackson. The market dictates how much you should make. Now all of a sudden, the market is dictating that running backs should not be paid, and everyone's in an uproar. We already knew this.
You ever heard of market manipulation?
All right. Like, if you watch the 90s football, you watched Emmitt Smith, you watched all these running backs take all these hits and all this stuff, and you went out there and you had your son and you said, my son's a running back, give him the ball, and now he gets to the NFL and he's Rashard Penny and he makes $1.7 million a year. Like,
why is Rashard Penny catching strays, bro?
Because that's a good example, because he was a guy who was a top first-round draft pick, and to be honest, he probably already saw the best days of his pay career, and now he got a chump change deal with the Eagles, and that's because he's on the wrong side of his first year contract.
Bro, I heard Chris Johnson and Lindell White both say, "Do not play running back. If I had a kid, my kid would not play running back." This CJ2K One of the best running backs I've seen with my own eyes.
But why is he saying that? He's saying that because they're not paying running backs, bro.
They're not paying running backs, and you're you're taking like arguably you can play the other positions a little banged up. Maybe not kicker, punter, quarterback, but arguably you can play the running other positions a little banged up. Running back is the toughest position to play hurt. Every time you get the ball, someone's touching you. Either you're blocking or you're carrying the ball. Like maybe you run a route every now and then and no one touches you. But if they throw it to you, someone's trying to hit you as hard as they can. Like we know that about the game. And unfortunately, some position is going to have to not be paid as much. It's just the facts.
I agree with that, bro. But to the extent that it's happening, it's a fundamental flaw in my opinion, it's a fundamental flaw with how running backs are getting compensated. And I'm not talking about, the third string running back, bro. I'm not talking about that guy, bro. I'm talking about the guys at the top that are literally like, okay. All right, in baseball, they have that stat called WAR, right? Wins above replacement. You know what I'm saying? They got stats that calculate how many wins you're worth, bro. Running backs that are worth 5 wins, 6 wins a season on their own, bro. These dudes should be getting paid, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. I mean, it makes sense. Don't get me wrong, but fundamentally, it's wrong. It is wrong, bro. All these running backs go on strike. All they're gonna do is only play. All they're gonna pass for a whole season, and people gonna love it. It's gonna be an end position. So NFLPA better step in, bro.
So what happens if you say, all right, we're gonna take running back out of the salary, right? It's an uncapped position, and now only 3 guys get paid.
I doubt that will happen. But I do think if you uncapped it, you would see a free market with the running backs to where you would have to compensate them correctly because some team is going to be willing to jump in and give them a little more, bro. Right now, no team's willing to jump in and give if Derrick Henry's a free agent, right? Just let's say, like, no team's going to want to just step up and give him a way bigger deal than everybody else because it's affecting their cap. Right. But if that wasn't the case, bro, I'm trying to tell you, somebody will jump in like, hey, we'll take them. 20 million, boom. Because at the end of the day, they know how much money they're going to be getting. Like,
you would potentially be overpaying these guys at that point.
Yes, and that'd be a market correction initially.
Right,
that would be the market correction.
No,
right? And then eventually it would even back out to where they're getting compensated the way they should be, and every running back getting what he should be getting. But it got to be something to correct the market, bro. Because right now it ain't right now, bro. Saquon Barkley getting a $10 million franchise tag when he's carrying the Giants. That shit ain't right, bro. That shit ain't right. Now, does every running back deserve what Saquon gets? No. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to say that. I'm not here to say every running back deserves a bag, but there's a few of them out there that definitely deserve a bag. And Saquon is one. Josh Jacobs is one. There's some other ones too, bro. I just can't think of them right now. But
Josh Jacobs, you naming a lot of running backs that ain't really done a whole lot in the playoffs, which would also lead to why they're not getting paid, bro. Like, all right, Derek Carr's on Josh Jacobs' team, right? He ain't done a whole lot in the playoffs, but guess what he getting? That bag. And guess who else came there to get that bag? Devontae Adams. He went to the Raiders. They ain't do a whole bunch in the play. Like, bro, I feel you. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Like, I feel you, but something got to give with this, dog. Something got to give with this. I'm with you, right? The running backs should get paid, right? They're obviously getting rate. They should be getting more than what they're getting. But let's not try to act like running backs are running teams to Super Bowls. What's the last big name running back we've seen in the Super Bowl? The last one we could think of, Marshawn Lynch.
I don't know any.
Sean, I'd have to think about that. But
probably Marshawn Lynch.
Probably Jalen Hurts. I had to, bro. But nah, you make a good point, bro. I'm not saying a running back gonna run you to the chip. You know, I'm not necessarily saying that.
But that's
a fact though. That's a fact, though. Guys like Jalen Hurts can get you there, bro, because he's not a running back. He is a quarterback, even though he's running, but he can do a lot more for you. You feel me? So like people that are running, they got to be able to do a lot more. You got to be a Deebo Samuel, or you got to be a Jalen Hurts. You got to be able to do both.
I mean, I guess I might ask like,
hey, playoff Lenny is a free agent, so that's a great example, B.
I guess well, he did run their ass to he was balling. He was balling harder than Brady that year. Right?
He was balling in that run. Unemployment check, not even a check.
But I think there's a lot of positions you can say that about, bro. And I think there's a lot of positions that's getting paid that you can say that about. All right. There's a lot of positions getting paid that you can say that. All right, okay, I got a question for y'all. What would you rather have on your team? What's more valuable to you on your team, bro? A Pro Bowl, all-pro running back, right? I'm talking about a touchdown machine, Derrick Henry type, but let's say a Walter Payton, Barry Sanders type. Or an automatic kicker like a Justin Tucker. What's more valuable to you right now, yo?
Give me Tucker. You crazy?
Nah, I would take the running back though. I would take the running back.
No, you know why? Because if your running back don't run me into the end zone and a random guy, Cody Parkey, has to kick, who knows? if average running back gets me to the 40, Tucker is getting us points. like I'm taking the points.
I mean, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Like an automatic kicker is something special. I ain't gonna lie, but that's why I think it's an interesting comparison, right?
Last year than Saquon Barkley. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Did he make more?
Did he have more points? Like, did he literally?
Well, kickers end up being like the highest point earner ever in NFL is a kicker. You know what I'm saying? So kickers get more.
Well, I mean, that's a good reason why they should get a bag, though.
So they score more, but they score more points than everybody. They score more points than.
Well, points are damn near important, bro.
No, but listen. They score more points than the quarterback. This is what I'm trying to make.
All right. Well,
they get 1 point. They get 1 point for every touchdown. Every time the quarterback gets 6, the kicker gets an automatic 1, and they get their 3s on top of that. You know what I mean? So it's like they end up with a whole bunch of points.
You would trade Sam Howell for Justin Tucker?
Yeah, I probably would. But once Sam Howell proves himself, like I know he's going to, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't personally. But I see what you're getting at, and that's why I asked the question, because like that's the one. That's what everyone's holding up. It's like kicker AAV is more than running back AAV. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, bro.
Posted a lot.
What makes this running back? Oh, okay. Yeah, B, you make a good point though, bro. I don't know, man. I feel like the running back position need to get his value back, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why. You don't even need running backs anymore, bro. Deebo Samuels, Christian McCaffrey, it's a copycat league. You're going to start to see more guys come out of college that can do both. I don't need the guy that only can do take 30 carries. You know what I'm saying? Give me all. You
right.
4 receivers.
I feel the dual threat running backs will be the primary focus of the ones getting the bag. I do feel like that's part of the reason why Bijan Robinson is highly valued right now, because he's.
But let me tell y'all about how things correct themselves, bro. And this is why I say market manipulation, bro. Because the league has done all these things right over the last. We know this for a fact. We know this is a fact. Over the last 10 years, the league has done all these things to elevate the passing game. We know this for a fact. Let's not debate it. The league has done very, very minuscule things to elevate the running game, right? But I want y'all to look at in Scruff. Let's look at your favorite team, buddy. What was the most unstoppable play in football last year?
Quarterback sneak.
The most unstoppable play in football last year was a running play. Let's not forget that, right? So all it takes is one team to say, yo, we about to correct this market one time, right? All we doing is this play. And you know what? We ain't gonna put a quarterback right there, because they already know that when they go in that formation, everybody knows they're running it. So it don't matter who's taking that snap, right? So let's just say a team says we're gonna put Derrick Henry right here, and we're gonna guarantee ourselves 4 yards, 3 to 4 yards every single time, bro. What's 4 yards in 3 tries? That's 12 yards, right? We're gonna march down the field in 12 yards. That's a first down every 3 plays. Now let's just say this is hypothetical. This is a hypothetical, right? But what I'm getting at is if the most unstoppable play in football last year was a running play, it's the market, it's the manipulation of the game that's making it that's devaluing the running backs more than it is the running back position that's actually rightfully getting devalued. And that's just my opinion. But I think Philly kind of proved me right by showing the most unstoppable play in football last season. And they was getting 3 to 4 yards on that play. It wasn't like they were just picking up 1 yard on that sneak, Scruff. They was getting 3 to 4 on that play. I watched it multiple times.
Well, that's because we got a running back and quarterback. That's the difference.
I watched a little.
And my boy do his spots.
QB sneak to start him. Like I've seen it in Little League. If you can pull it off, bro, it's really unstoppable. But what he did, what Philly did was capitalize on a passing league, right? They took lighter. They took the league going lighter and faster to stop the passing attack and said, no, we just gonna push this thing right up the gut. And that'll get corrected sooner or later too. But I was gonna make a point about running backs. If you really want to add more value to yourself, learn how to catch, right? I said that already. Also, learn how to throw. Like if the future running backs are going to be Swiss Army knives, like you're gone are the days of the Derrick Henrys, bro. Trust me.
We'll see.
People not even Henrys no more.
I'm not ready to concede that T. I'm really not, man.
Okay.
But we'll see though. And like I said, man, it only takes one team, bro. Yo, the origins of football is what Philly was doing in that unstoppable play. That is the origins of football.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Patrick Mahomes won the Super Bowl.
No, facts. But like I said, the last 10, 15 years has literally been geared towards Patrick Mahomes winning the Super Bowl. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's been set up in this way. So all I'm saying is, bro, correction is always possible, dog. Right?
Nope.
Until
the fans, even you, that want to see these running backs get paid, no one wants to see a team carry the ball 40 times a game.
I love watching Army-Navy. I love watching the Army-Navy game. I love that. You don't like watching the Army-Navy game, bro? Come on. You don't like watching that triple option? Hey, bro, I love that, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm a purist when it comes to football, but I feel like that is enjoyable. I love going to – when I come out to your son's game, I love watching those games, bro. Like, that is enjoyable football to me. And it don't have to be – the NFL, I think, is, trying to attract the casual fan. I think the casual fan, it's easier to follow along to somebody throwing the ball 40, 50 yards all the time than it is to,
No one wants to see Georgia Tech in the triple option.
I love that shit, bro. I love watching that. I love watching that, man. That's just me, though. You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is it's only going to take one. It's only going to take it to happen one time. Don't let somebody run their way to a Super Bowl. All right? Don't let one team run their way, because we know it's a copycat league. Don't let one team run their way to a Super Bowl.
49ers.
Hey, bet you they outlaw that Philly play from last year. Bet you they outlaw that play.
I was going to say that. The NFL will outlaw, they will ban that play before they let the team run that to the Super Bowl.
And that's the sad part. And that's why running back is devalued. It's market manipulation, bro. It's not just the running back position, bro. And that's the sad part. That's why I need to be taking off the salary cap altogether, man.
You sound like the guys that want people to go back into the coal mines.
Now we get into our AI conversation from earlier.
Ours, baby.
Hey, all I'm saying is, bro, people want the future so badly. You just, when the machines are controlling you, don't come running to the good mister to save you. All right, the good mister gonna wipe his hands of it. All right, good mister gonna say he warned you.
You're not even gonna know if it's the good mister or the good AI mister. Like, I know.
That's facts, though. That's a fact, bro. I mean, this is the world we live in, bro. Like, I feel like we're watching the most AI form of football ever. All right, we watching AI football right now, bro. I ain't feeling it, man. Bring back the running back. Make running back great again. I'm gonna make a hat. I'm gonna make a hat that says "Make running back great again." All right, I'm gonna sell them on the Gas website. Let's get it.
All right, I like that a lot.
Like,
always down for the new merch. Let's get it. All right. Well, let's go ahead and keep this train going, and let's get into the summer league conversation. Summer league is just over. Nobody ever really cares who wins the summer league, but the Cavaliers did win the summer league. Hold on, let me see if I can put this up somewhere so it's not blocking T's face.
That don't look
Cavs won the
crazy
summer
right there,
league.
man.
All right, we're gonna adjust it.
All right, that's better. That's better.
All right. So Cavs won the summer league, man. What are y'all thoughts on the summer league? Top standouts. I'll go ahead and start it off, and I'm gonna say the league fucked up, man, when they didn't draft Imani Bates in the first round, my guy. And there's always a team that's willing to take the chance on them, man. I felt this way the same way when Michael Porter Jr. didn't get drafted in the lottery. I was like, man, what the hell? What are people doing here? I guess because it was back injuries or whatever. But Imani Bates, bro, he was out here doing his thing, bro. And Cavaliers got a nice little team. So what do y'all make of the summer league? Is it meaningless? Does it mean something? Does it mean something to come out and ball in the summer league? T, I'm gonna start with you because you already seem like you're shaking your head.
I you know what I'm saying? I do not watch summer league, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm a basketball guy. Been a basketball guy. I've seen too many summer league standouts and stars get into the regular season and fade. I think what happens is, and I hope this doesn't happen to Imani Bates, but I think these guys get a false sense of security, a false sense of what the NBA game is, and they get to a real practice and realize, like, you're not better than anybody on this roster. Like, you can run around and shoot a bunch of threes on guys that eventually will be coaching AAU with me, but once you get on that real team and you looking at Kyrie's and all them guys, what Imani Bates going to do with Donovan Mitchell? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm not.
They're on the same team, bro.
T crazy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. What happens when you get to practice with all that confidence that you take from summer league when you get to the real practice and them real vets and them real pros? Imani Bates look like he need to hit the weights. And I'm not trying to hate on the kid, but I've seen guys be very successful in summer league and come to the NBA and do absolutely nothing. To me, summer league is for the fans and for the few guys that weren't on anybody's radar, not the Imani Bates. More like I can't think of any names right now, but I remember Carson.
Imani Bates was the first round pick, and he went in the second round. He fell off the radar, and I feel like him making a statement in the summer league, I do feel as though it meant something, bro. And I'm not saying that it's guaranteed that he's going to the league and he's going to take the league by storm. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it does mean something, bro. And Cam Whitmore playing well with the Rockets means something too. Everybody passed on him.
Cam Whitmore is a good guy. He got drafted. His stock.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
His stock was lowered not for basketball reasons. So that's a different.
I think same can be said about Imani though. I think Imani's stock was not lowered because of basketball reasons per se. Bro. I think
Imani hasn't played anybody. We saw what happened when he went big time D1. What did he do? What did he do with Penny? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He had to go back.
Remember, let's not forget. Imani Bates left high school a year early to go to college. So he's a special case, you know what I'm saying? But to T's point, I remember watching Glenn Rice Jr. dominate summer league. I'm talking about putting up 41, 43, going crazy, bro. And he didn't amount to much at all for my Wizards, right? But I will say, when you're talking about guys that are 18, 19 years old, because the average age in summer league is probably somewhere around like 24, 20. Yeah. A lot of these guys are trying to catch on, right? So, but when you got an 18, 19-year-old cooking in summer league, I think that matters, bro. I think that matters. I said it once, I'll say it again. I'm gonna say it forever until it changes, bro. NBA has the worst GMs in all of professional sports, bro. they have the absolute worst GMs out of all the sports. NBA is the worst. It's no question to me. I mean, year after year, like, it's just guys were like, how did that miss? How did this guy go over this guy? How do you not draft? Like, bro, it happens every year, bro. I picked the best player for my Wizards to take over the last 7 seasons. They haven't taken one of them. Look where we at. Trash, right? Well, they finally took one this year. But when you're talking about 18, 19-year-olds coming out here cooking 24-year-olds, I think that means a whole lot. Imani Bates is 19 years old, bro. Imani Bates ain't 21. I know it seemed like he was in college for a long time. He's not no 21-year-old, 22-year-old player. He's 19 and he's cooking with the Summer League championship. I think that projects well to the NBA. A guy like Jordan Walsh, bro. Y'all know I was high on Jordan Walsh, bro, during the NCAA. I love Jordan
Walsh is a dog.
Jordan Walsh going as low as he did is crazy to me. And look what he's doing, right? And it's hard. And to T's point, it's hard to project that. It's hard to project out like what Summer League success means for your NBA career, bro. It's very hard to project out. And I wouldn't even try to do it for most players. But I think Summer League, you just want to see those flashes. Right? You want to see those flashes.
I watched Carson Edwards look like Trae Young. Like, I can't get high on Summer League. I do like seeing the kids shine. I like seeing them getting recognition and playing well. And I want them all to succeed. But as a basketball fan, bro, I've been disappointed too many times for me to buy into the greatness of a guy. And even when I watch Emoni Bates, he's a microwave scorer, right? The NBA, what does he slide into? A 3-and-D maybe? But where's
3? Man, look, Emoni Bates looking like the real deal. Like Emoni Bates looking like he about to go out in the league. He look like a 20-point scorer in the league. That's what he looking like to me. He looking like his jumper's automatic. He's slender in frame, but he looking like he got an automatic 3-point jumper. And that shit translates. At 6'9", that shit translates, bro.
I don't know if he's a 21 scorer off the gate, but I think he could. He's got
bro. I'm talking about
skill set
projection.
To be a 20-point scorer in the league. I agree.
I'm not saying he's no 20-point scorer as soon as he gets in the league, but projecting, he looking like he's gonna be a 20-point scorer in the league.
I saw a ton of catch and shoot. To me, that doesn't translate to 20 points, but
around the team that he currently has, I think he's in the perfect spot to slide in and be a key contributor to that team, bro. Because they already got Garland, they got Mitchell. They got Mobley, Evan Mobley. They got Isaiah Mobley, who played pretty well in Summer League. I know it doesn't mean shit to you, T. But they got a good team.
Emoni Bates was 15 years old, and they were saying he was the best prospect since LeBron and KD and all that shit, bro. The league missed on Emoni Bates, bro. Like the more I think about it, like they just missed because they thought he was a nut. They thought he was a nut, bro. They thought he was a gang affiliated, No, they didn't think he was this, bro. They didn't think he was focused, bro. He had some drama in college. They didn't think he was that, bro. But guess what? He's that. He is that, bro. Emoni Bates is that, bro. He's going to be a 20-point guy in the league. He's going to be like a.
Hold on. Yeah, you're telling me Wembanyama is going to be a 20-point guy. So they're both 20 point.
No, Wembanyama is a 20-point guy his first season.
Okay.
Emoni Bates will be a 20-point guy in the league, bro. Like Emoni Bates is gonna be like I'm trying to think who he comps to. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like we've never seen Emoni Bates.
He kind of comps to to me like a Brandon Ingram.
No, he plays like Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, but Imani's clip is automatic.
He has a way lead. But
that clip automatic, bro. That clip got an extendo clip and it's coming out automatic. All right.
I think you put Tim Hardaway Jr. right now in Summer League, it averages 40. So
easily, bro.
Fair, Tim Hardaway Jr. like 30.
Been in the league for 7 years, bro. Bro, you put once Emoni Bates gets some seasoning, bro, some strength. At worst, he's J.R. Smith. At worst, that if you're J.R. Smith, you in the league, bro. Like you certified in the league. And that's what he's at. That's what he is at worst to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Emoni Bates. The league missed on him. The league missed on him because the NBA has the worst GMs in all professional sports. How do you miss on Jordan Walsh? I just don't understand. How does Cam Whitmore drop into the 20s? It makes no sense. Like, come on, man.
That's on Jordan Walsh, right? Because these franchises, especially in the first round, they're looking for superstars, megastars. Jordan Walsh will never be a superstar or megastar, right?
Hold on there, buddy. Hold on there, buddy. We don't know that, buddy. After what I saw from Jordan Walsh, I don't know that, bro.
I don't know that.
Maybe not megastar,
be a megastar,
but Jordan Walsh can be a star.
He could be a winning player.
He can be.
Jordan Walsh could be a star, bro.
He can
be
the
way Marcus Smart was.
He is a starter. At some point, the first time I seen him, I didn't even know about him. I just watched the game and I said, the bald kid, bro, he's a pro. I said that within 5 minutes. I called some of my basketball guys, my assistant coach. I said, bro, I just seen a guy. No one's talking about him, but he's a legit pro. And the fact that he got drafted, I mean, somebody somewhere knew something. But first round is when you're looking for the guy that can transform your franchise. That's not him.
All right, bro. Jokic, they missed on Jokic, bro. Like you missed on Jokic, and I don't got nothing for these NBA GMs, bro. They missed on Jokic, bro. Like
the GMs are bad. I'm with you on that. And also, bro, I think the NBA is probably the hardest to GM.
I firmly disagree. I think the NBA is the easiest to GM. You know why? You know all you got to do as a GM in the NBA? Hey, top 20 prospects, all coming here for the workout. 5-on-5 on this court, 5-on-5 on this court, and I'm picking the It's the simplest, bro. I've done it. I've literally done it every single year. I do it every single year, and I pick a player, bro. Like, hey, Scrub, I know you remember the year I was like, hey, you know who the best 2 players in this year's draft is? It's the 2 Tyreses. All you had to do was watch them cook, bro. Like, it's the easiest sign. Yo, you know what's hard to be in the GM for? The NFL, bro. Because there's a whole lot of variables. The NBA is one variable. Can you cook them? Can you guard them? That's all you got to see. That's it. And these GMs be making the shit like the most difficult decision in the world, bro. I don't get it.
Bro, it's more than that because personalities matter. There's more variables, bro. Chemistry matters. I mean,
but more than any other sport, basketball, you can see the personality on the floor, bro. That's another thing. More than any other sport. Football, you know why you really can't see the personality? 1, because they got helmets on. 2, because once the play is over, like the way the plays are, they're 3-second plays, 3-second to 5-second plays. So when it's over, you get nothing, right? Basketball, I'm looking at your effort going up and down the court. I'm looking at how hard you try, how much you care. Like, it's all evident, bro. Anybody that thought the Twins wasn't going to be nice wasn't watching, bro. They don't have the eye, bro. Like, if you thought Asar and Amen wasn't going to be nothing, like, you just don't watch it, bro. You can't see it. I told y'all before this draft, bro, what I say. I got on this show. I said, this is a generational NBA draft this year. All it took was for me to watch the top 20 dudes. That's all it took. I mean, it's not like I studied every player, but I watched the top 20. I said, you know what? This draft is going to change the league, bro. And so far from Summer League, it's looking like that's on par for real, bro. It's looking like I really think this is a generational draft. Summer League just confirmed it.
I think the Twins is overdrafted, but that's another story.
Bruh, them Twins ain't overdrafted, boy. Them boys is basketball savants.
Boys got
them boys. They about it.
Upside, but my fear is that their athletic ability that they're relying on, everyone's starting to have that. Like, that's the new mode. So we'll see.
Yeah, all right. Well, real quick, let's get into the top 5.
They got the right attitude.
Let's get into the top 5 based on what we saw, man. So I'm gonna give 5 in no particular order, but 5 guys that really stood out to me after watching the Summer League. And I'm gonna try to go a little off the grid with some of these picks, yo. I'm gonna start with Jordan Walsh, though. I think Jordan Walsh was one of those players where, like, Arkansas's team last year was kind of like, and I said this in the tournament, like they were kind of like Kentucky was back in the day. Like they were like a Kentucky, bro. They had Anthony Black, who was a dog, Nick Smith, who was a dog. They had my boy, I can't remember his first, is it Demario Davis? Something Davis, who was a dog. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of dogs on that team, and Jordan Walsh just had to, get in where he fit in, right? And that would end up being defense, end up being a hustle guy. And he learned all those attributes, and now he's getting to show what he really got in his bag, too. And I don't think anybody was prepared for that because that man's bag is deep, bro. Next guy, man. Oh, my God. Another guy, bro. The NBA they just be missing. Leonard Miller, bro. Are y'all hip to Leonard Miller?
No.
Leonard Miller
That's the dude I was talking about in the chat before the draft. That's the G League guy, right?
Leonard Miller going to be a problem. And I only found out about Leonard Miller because I was studying Scoot. And I'm watching Scoot Henderson, watching the Ignite, and I'm like, wait, who is this 6'10" Bama that's dribbling up the floor and going coast to coast? Like, it was Leonard Miller. Like, how the league missed on that guy, and he drops the second round, beyond me. But that's the type of stuff that makes a generational draft. A Leonard Miller in the second round, Imani Bates in the second round. That's my next guy, Imani Bates. Come on, bro. 20-point scorer. I'm staking my NBA knowledge on this. Imani Bates will be a 20-point scorer in the league, barring any nut shit. And if some nut shit happens to him, that means the NBA GMs were right. All right? But barring any nut shit, Imani Bates is going to be a 20-point scorer one day. Hey, I wouldn't be right if I didn't throw my own guy in there. I got to throw my own guy in the hat. My boy Bilal Coulibaly, all right? I try to tell y'all boys, man, about Bilal. And, it's not like he showed out something crazy in Summer League. But the man is a stat sheet stuffer, bro. I mean, he averaged like 2.5 blocks in Summer League, which is kind of crazy. You're a small forward getting 2.5 blocks a game, getting multiple steals a game. Going to come in, translate defensively instantly. The question is, will he be able to translate offensively? How long it'll take? And then my last guy, I got to go with my man Sissoko. All these French players in this draft, and the one that went under the radar was Sissoko from the Spurs. But he was another Ignite guy, bro. He was another Ignite guy. And I think Sissoko, I'm not saying he's going to be a star in the league, but I'm be willing to bet he becomes a very important part of that Spurs core moving forward. I'm be willing to bet he becomes a very, very important part of that core moving forward. I can see that happening. So that's my quick little 5, man. Y'all got some guys?
I don't got 5.
Yeah, I got a couple.
I just got one. Let me. I like Chet Holmgren. Chet
White KD.
I ain't gonna call him White KD, but rookie of
Ooh,
Okay. Well, that's very that's on brand for UT. You're not going to go too deep into the into the well for your people. So I get it. All right. Well, I got a couple people, man. One person I want to start off with is Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray was a second-year player that played in the playoffs. Tell me that a player played really well in the regular season, and you put that player in the playoffs, and then you put him in the summer league. Like, bro, first of all, if you're a first-year player and you make it to the playoffs, you're not your first-year player anymore. When you get in the playoffs, that's a whole nother level of experience and this heat that you bring in to the table. And he brought that shit right in the summer league. He didn't even belong in the summer league. He should never be allowed to play in the summer league again. Let's just leave it at that. That boy is a pro. He's a problem, and he's going to be something to watch with the Kings. The Kings are going to be knocking on that door again. I guarantee you that. Also, I'm going to go with a hometown guy. I like my guy, Terquavion Smith, man. My guy out here, he should have been drafted. Undrafted guy, NC State. He was doing his thing out there. I think he's going to make it making the squad for the Sixers. Because he has a lot of skills that the Sixers need. And they don't got no wings right now. All we got is centers. So there's that. Also, I really liked Keontae George, Utah Jazz. He was a guy that went right outside the lottery. Really, really hybrid, great athlete, fluid scorer. Another guy that Utah could probably build around. They're building over there. Cam Whitmore is a guy that I really liked. He fell late into the 20s for some reason, but he was a top 10 guy on my board. He was solid as fuck. Like, there was really no reason to let him fall. He reminds me a little bit of Mikal Bridges when he came out. A little bit of a different body type, but the same type of,
Cam Whitmore.
certified,
And Whitmore is a dog. I did get the chance to see him play. He's a dog.
Straight dog, bro.
He slid for medical reasons, but he's built like a pro.
I heard it wasn't medical though. I heard it was like they was thinking that he wasn't dedicated and stuff. I heard a whole bunch of stuff. So
I heard
something about his interviews. They said they didn't like.
But
hey,
I say this all the time.
It what it is.
Some people are just basketball players. KD's like that. Like, some people, they don't really care a whole lot about the extras. Like, that stuff is in the way. They just want to be on the court. And when I see Cam Whitmore on the court, like, I think he fits. Like, I can't imagine a team that couldn't use him. Like, and one of my favorite things about guys is when they play at their own pace, man. That was one of my favorite things about James Harden in college and as a pro. They said he was too slow, yada, yada, yada. Bro, when people can't speed you up and you can still get in your bag and score and get to your spot and facilitate, man, that's high level basketball, man. When you can just take your time and do what you need to do. So I like Cam Whitmore. I think he's going to be a future all-star at some point. Give him 3-4 years.
Yeah, and then
I agree with that.
two more I got for you, and 2-for-1 special. I'm gonna go with the Thompson twins. Easy one. But I'm gonna give the edge to Thompson, the one for the Pistons, the wing. Hell of a rebounder, bro. You want to get in the league? You grab 10 plus rebounds for me at a wing position. I'm gonna find you minutes, bro. I promise you that. Athleticism. I mean, Monty Williams already talking about breeding him with his children. So I mean, that's a pretty good like summer league. You know what I'm saying? As far as that goes, you know what I'm saying? Like that's good.
Man, them boys elite athletes, man. But
hey, I got a bold prediction from this draft, bro. 15 NBA All-Stars from this draft. and a record for drafts, bro. I'm gonna temper myself. 10 to 15 NBA All-Stars from this draft, bro. And remember, I said it, bro. Remember in this day, I said this, bro. This draft is special as hell, man. This is the type of draft that changes the landscape of the league moving forward, bro.
This is one they'll be talking about with the 96 and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
03. Yeah, they're gonna be and the difference between this one is it's not as I don't think it's gonna be as top heavy as we maybe imagined it coming in. Don't get me wrong, I think Victor is gonna be really good. I think Scoot's gonna be really good. I think Brian's gonna be really good. But I don't know if it's gonna be as top heavy as in to the point where they're Hall of Fame and everyone else is just replacement level. I think we're gonna see some of these guys emerge. And to your point about Cam Whitmore, bro, at worst, he's Miles Bridges. That's at worst. Like he's Miles Bridges at least, bro. At least. At best, who knows, bro? At best, who knows? Based off what I've seen, bro. Who knows what he could be?
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and double down on that and my take from last week, and I'm gonna go ahead and say Cam Whitmore will be better than Brandon Miller. Put that on the books.
I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready to say that, my boy. Brandon
Put
Miller,
it on the books.
Brandon Miller special, bro. Brandon Miller special. I know his stock's down a little bit.
Special. He's special ed, man. He don't watch no basketball. He don't know who he don't even know who what the hell's his name again?
Yeah, I remember when y'all was mad at Anthony Edwards for saying similar comments, bro. All right, everybody don't gotta be like, hey, look, I think he loved basketball when he on the court, but yeah, I'm high on Brandon Miller. I'm not selling my Brandon Miller stock yet. I'm not selling my stock yet.
I like that.
I ain't buying it.
Is the stock price a little lower on the market opening right now? Maybe the stock price a little lower, but I'm holding though.
Well,
I'm good. I already sold my shit. As soon as he said, "Yeah, no, I don't know these guys," I was like, "Oh no, get him out of here."
He has the tools. He has athletic ability. He has to figure out how to consistently score in the NBA, and I think he will. He has more tools than most of the guys in the draft, so I think he just needs to figure out how to get to his spots. And you know, they compare his GOAT was Paul George. I could see him.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what the problem with these young motherfuckers, bro. Especially Brandon Miller. No respect for the game, bro. Three strikes are out for me, bro. There's three things that Brandon Miller has said that made me think that this guy has no respect for the game. First of all, he said that he didn't know who we already talked about. He ain't know who Chris Middleton was. That's one. He said his GOAT was Paul George. That's disrespectful as hell. So it's many people, matter of fact. It's disrespectful to the game. That's disrespectful to the game. That lets me know you don't watch basketball. You play 2K. That's not the same as watching basketball, my friend. And he was trying to disrespect Michael Jordan, bro. That's 3 strikes are off for me, son. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm done with you, bro. I'm done with you.
Oh, you're going to have to eat the words about Brandon Miller, my boy.
I'm done with you. He's a bust. Nah, he don't respect the game, bro.
He
don't respect the game. He don't respect the game. He's a bust waiting to happen, bro. He's a bust. And you know what's the number one? He got drafted by Michael Jordan, who drafted the most bust out of all the GMs I've ever seen in my life. He's the same guy that brought you Sean May, Bismack Biyombo.
From the makers of Sean May and Bismack Biyombo.
Michael Gilchrist.
Oh, man. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm ready to call my man a bust, bro.
The same one that cut Caleb Martin.
That's a
Cody,
fact, B. That's a great point. Paul George is like Tracy McGrady to people our age, bro. Facts. Facts, dog. And if somebody would be like, yo, T-Max, my GOAT from our generation, with nobody better eye to that, bro. That's a good point, B. Damn. That's a hell of a point.
Nah. T-Mac did things in basketball games, bro, not video games, bro.
Bro, Paul George is tough, man. Two-way.
Wait. Paul George and T-Mac have done about the same amount, bro.
Bro, T-Mac's done legendary things, bro. Paul George never. I mean,
One legendary thing. He scored
30. He had like 15 points in like 8 seconds or something like that.
That's the only legendary thing.
Didn't he score like 70 one time though?
No.
Something crazy.
He had some pretty crazy scoring outputs when he was on Orlando.
He did go crazy one time with scoring. I do remember that, bro.
Booker has scored 70. T-Mac has never scored 70. I'm pretty.
He got close. He got close, bro.
He might have got
real close,
bro.
62. I mean, he scored 62. So like, yeah, you put up 62. That's.
I know Booker's still kind of.
I remember because it was against my Wizards. All right, it was against my Wizards.
In my opinion, Booker is going to have a better NBA career when it's all said and done, if not already better than Paul George.
It's not better so far.
That 70 pointer does put Booker in a very rare.
Puts him in the class.
But
I'll tell you this: if KD was on the team of Paul George, he wouldn't defer to Paul George. I know that much.
Yeah, but KD is also a nut ass nigga for deferring Devin Booker, right? What you mean, bro? All right, he tripping for that alone, bro. What are you doing? Hey, go ahead, bro. He was a fool, B. Nah, I don't know, man. Paul George is one of the curious case of Paul George. I'll never forget that one podcast episode he was on. He was like, "Yeah, remember my MVP season?" Like, nah, buddy, that wasn't MVP season. But he did finish. He did finish third MVP voting. He did finish third MVP voting, which means something.
Hey, that must have been the season where he was the GOAT. That must have been his GOAT season.
Paul George, hold on. And there's nothing we forgetting, dog. There's nothing we forgetting, bro. Them Indiana runs with Paul George was crazy, bro. Them runs was crazy. They had Paul George and who else? Roy Hibbert.
Y'all missing
playing with that man, bro. Paul George was leading them boys as a top tier option.
Put some respect on Jamal Tinsley.
Bro,
that wasn't even Jamal Tinsley. That was George Hill's team.
Andy Ranger went down, and they thought that team was done.
They thought that team was cooked. And Paul George was like, nah, we Gucci, and became the star of that team. It was him, George Hill, and Roy Hibbert. All right. And they were taking that man places. They were taking Paul George was taking them places. I'm trying to remember that coach name they had that was a nut. Was it Vogel, right?
I thought it was Vogel. I could be
wrong. Had people thinking Vogel was a great coach.
I could be wrong. I thought it was Vogel.
Vogel did win a chip though, didn't he? Chip, right in the bubble.
It's been a while.
Yeah, with the Lakers.
Vogel was the Lakers coach when they won that chip. He don't get credit for it. Not for me, all right? Not for me, bro.
Hey, they gotta stop. They gotta stop this, bro. They gotta stop it. All right, man. Moving on from the summer league, man. Good talk, fellas. Y'all want to talk about Russell Okung water fasting, or y'all want to talk about NIL? We probably got one for one
more. Let's go NIL, man. What we got about the NIL?
So basically, brother, SEC commissioner or the SEC president went and made a statement today, and he said that they need congressional intervention because the NCAA hasn't done anything to regulate the NIL. The states have individually been trying to put some type of regulations in place, and they said only people that can fix it is Congress. So,
hey man,
hey,
the good Mister only predicts the future. All right, that's all the good Mister does. You know why he wants some regulation? Because you know what he sees the end of? He sees the end of his job, all right? he sees the end of his job. Every time somebody see their job about to be gone, they need some regulation. Nah, bro. Ain't no regulation necessary, bro. The NIL was just the start. You know what I'm saying? The NIL is not going to be necessarily what kills college sports, but it's going to be the opening to what kills college sports. And what's going to kill college sports is money, bro. The profiting of young athletes is going to be the death of college sports, bro. Because why the hell anybody going to go to college at this point, bro? If somebody can offer you whatever more than what the NIL is offering, why are you even going to go to college, bro? Like, it's done. And he sees it, bro. He sees it. It's plain as day. Hey, Congress better step in if y'all want college sports. If y'all want college sports to stay around, y'all better hope they step in, bro.
Hey, bro. Now, I will argue the opposite, though.
All right, let's hear it.
More people have stayed in college than ever before. Matter of fact, we've had people that could have gone pro that saying, I'm going to stay. Matter of fact, for example, Armando Bacot. That man, I didn't even know he had another year of eligibility left. He came back. I'm coming back for my 5th year. Fuck it. Because he's going to make more money in Chapel Hill.
You think he went back for the NIL check?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's going to make more money at NCAA college campus than he would playing in the NBA, because he probably wouldn't make it in the NBA or the G League or overseas. Same reason why Angel Reese is making buku money. She don't want to go play for the WNBA because her money about to go down.
Oh, the women.
She don't want to go pro. What she want to go pro for? She going to stay in college as long as possible.
She can't go pro, but she like it helps the women though. But she can't, like, they can't go pro. But you're definitely going to make more money.
Caitlin Clark could have went pro. Paige Beckers could have went pro. A lot of them could have went pro. But why would they go pro and would make less money?
You're definitely going to make more money, NIL women's than you would. I mean, it's more money in college than it is in WNBA. Like, I mean, the WNBA is crazy. Like, I could probably play the Mystics backup point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no money.
Nah, but you know what else it is, yo? Like, it opens the floodgates, bro. Because what the NIL does, it says, all right, you 18 and 19-year-olds, you get to make money, right? And B, I do see your point. Too many black kids making money, but I think it's deeper than that. Okay, now we tell them 18, 19-year-olds, you get to make money. What happens when we say, hey, you know who else gets to make money? 16 and 17-year-olds, y'all get to make money. Now you know who else gets to make money? 15 and 16-year-olds, y'all get to make money. Now, you know what? Let's take it a step further. 13 and 14-year-olds, y'all get to make money. Because I just watched in prime time last night on ESPN, Cameron Boozer playing Bryce James and Cayenne Anthony, bro. And guess what, bro? Overseas, these kids get to sign to teams, to professional teams at 17, 16 years old, bro. So that is where it's headed, dog. That is the eventual, like, even in America, we're paying attention more to child athletes more than we ever have. There was a time the only child athletes people cared about was when the Olympics rolled around. You was watching a gymnast do backflips, right?
Yeah.
But now it's to the point where, Cayenne Anthony and Bryce James are on TV. You don't think that they need to get compensated for that? You think you think it's cool for them kids just to be on TV for free right now? Because right now, they on TV for free. And maybe SFG, Strive for Greatness, and whatever other AAU team it is getting the bag. But pretty soon, that's going to have to get monetized too. They're not just going to be able to use Bryce James' name and likeness for free.
Already monetized.
No, but it is, though. High school players get NIL deals too.
Yeah, it's already monetized.
Right. Okay, exactly. So take it a step further.
Mikey Williams.
Now, what's the point of a high school player to stay in high school if they're only thing they're there to do is play basketball? Like, why are we not setting up a program just for them to get paid, just for basketball? And that's where it's going to go with college sports, in my opinion, bro. There's going to be no need for the college part of the sports anymore. I think these NCAA chairs, they seeing where this shit's headed. There's no need for the college anymore. Once there's no need for the college, there's no money for the colleges to make, bro. And this is going to be a big-time sponsor who wait till Nike has its own 18U team, 17U team.
They do.
Or New Balance has their own 16U team, 17U team. And guess what? Okay, not only do they do, but now you sign right to them. You don't sign to Duke. Because why I'm going to Duke?
No, that's kind of how it goes anyway. You cutting out the middleman. That's what you're doing. But, like, I mean, it's kind of
that's what those Thompson twins did.
That's what economics is all about, bro. It's all about cutting out the middleman. That's what smart economics is. What is the college middleman there for, bro? In the NCAA chairs, they're seeing this. They're like, what are we going to be here for soon? Let's get Congress involved.
Nah, I think they just mad because they don't have control. I don't think college is going anywhere. All it takes is some horror stories.
It's only about money, T. It's not about control, bro. It's only about bread. It's never about control, bro. It's only about bread.
Control is the bread. You know what I'm
saying? Exactly. But not in. It doesn't come control first, then the bread. It's the bread gives you the control, not the control gives you the bread.
But I'm give it a few years. This is my prediction. Give it a few years. You're going to see some real horror stories about people that took the bread up front and didn't go to college and now have nothing. Got taken advantage of by an agent, spent all their money on their family, bad investments when they could have went to college, went the traditional route, went through the.
Hey, B, Luka Doncic didn't need that structure you speak of. All right, Victor Wembanyama didn't need that structure you speak of. All right, I mean, I'm not saying they didn't go to school.
Maybe Luka
right?
did need the structure because now he acting like a brat.
No, he ain't acting like no brat. He's on top of the world, bro. He's the best one of the best
basketball
players ever.
He ain't winning shit.
Only the phenoms.
What are you talking about, man?
Phenoms are going to be able to skip college. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would have to be the guys that would have formerly been straight to the pros that would have formerly skipped college anyway are the guys that would probably still skip college. So you're talking maybe 5 to 10 of those guys a year, which I don't think kills college.
Nah, them dudes need somebody to play against though.
They're going to play. You know what they're going to play against? Armando Bacot.
Yeah, all right, bro. I'm trying to tell you, hey, and in the G League Ignite, it was like, the NBA kind of dipping their toe into it themselves. Like, hold up, we see where this is going. Let's put our own little feel out there and see how it goes, bro. Hey, how many of them top 10 picks? How many players from this year's draft on the G League Ignite, bro? At least 5 or 6. It's pretty soon. Hey, you want to know what it changes? You don't know when I know the tide's changing? When the NBA adds another G League Ignite, and they won't call them the Ignite. Maybe they'll call them the Ignition. They'll have the G League Ignite and the G League Ignition, and now all of a sudden they got 2 now. Then they add a 3rd. Then they add a 4th. Bruh, guess what? What college? No, I'm not saying college sports won't exist. It just won't exist as we know it because the best athletes would have no reason to play college sports. So now you're watching the collection of the second tier amateur athletes, bro. We're not even amateurs; they're getting paid. But you're watching the second tier young athletes.
Maybe that's true, but then at least there'll still be guys like a Jordan Walsh. Like you got guys that's gonna come out and gonna be,
No, Jordan Walsh. There's only a Jordan Walsh because it hasn't changed yet. I'm talking about a future where there's no need for a Jordan Walsh to ever go to college, bro. That's the future I'm talking about. There's no need for that.
Bro, there's no future where a guy like Jordan Walsh is going to be able to go straight to the league. He is in the league because
Do you know who Jordan Walsh was coming out of high school? This is the thing, bro. Jordan Walsh coming out of high school was a top 10 guy, bro. Coming out of high school, he was a 5-star prospect, bro. I was watching Jordan Walsh mixtapes before he got to Arkansas. My point is, bro, there will be no reason for a Jordan Walsh to ever think about college, bro. Like, yo, you think Victor Wembanyama was thinking about going to college in France? No, because that system doesn't exist there because they're way ahead of the curve with what you're supposed to do with young athletes, bro. They're way ahead of the curve in Europe.
You're right. If I can focus on sports versus having to write a term paper, I'm probably gonna be a better shooter than you. You had to get ChatGPT to write your essay. I was in the gym. Like,
and then I get what B is saying. B's point is like the structure of college athletes and being the man on campus. That only exists because of the current structure that we know and exist in right now, bro. Like I'm talking about a future where that no longer matters. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying college sports are not going to be existing, but you know what college sports is going to be about? Hey, did you really go to that college? Did you really go to Duke? That's the only reason you're going to be watching Duke is if you really went there, you really got some school pride because there's no other reason to watch because Jabari Parker ain't going there no more. You know what I'm saying? Name that top prospect ain't going there no more because it's going to be no reason pretty soon unless Congress steps in. And Congress has saved a lot of stuff before to keep, systems running as they are, to keep the status quo up. So if I see the government step in and they realize what's about to happen, right, and then okay, now it's regulated, and you already see the NCAA begging for it now.
I mean, they definitely probably need some constraints, some boundaries in place. Like anytime you have money and people, all I'm saying is it could get predatory, and it already is. So I'm not mad that they want someone to step in, but you're right. If they're asking Congress to step in, they probably see some sort of future where get cut out.
What time it is if they asking Congress to step in, bro? When they ask Congress to step in, except when something about to blow up.
Yeah.
Like that's how it works, bro. When something about to blow up, them people beg Congress to step in, bro. Like this is how it works, bro. Hey, yo, I didn't even hear about that news, but hearing about that news lets me know that dude looked at his job and was like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna have a job pretty soon if this keeps going the way it's going."
I mean,
you think you care about the athletes? Come on, man.
I mean, if the alums and the boosters start paying more than the NILs, then kids be back in college.
Well, that's the ultimate thing. That's the one thing that could happen is they could say, all right, look, college sports is now completely separate from college. So like, yeah, it's the Duke name, but like, none of our play. But the reason that they can't do that right now is because that Title IX shit, which is tries to make everything even for all athletes. You know what I'm saying? All athletes have to have this many credits. They all have to do this. So it tries to keep them all in the same. They're going to have to get rid of that. They're going to have to get rid of stuff like that, bro, and just open the floodgates and understand that if we don't do this, there's going to be no need for anyone to go to college pretty soon.
The NBA wanted to blow it open. They could just say G League is going to be from 13 to 21.
Right. What you think Imani Bates going to do in that situation? Come on, bro. You think he's going to Memphis and then going to play for Eastern Michigan? No, bro. Like, what you going to do with your son at 13 if he's got a shot? You going to make him go to middle school? Like, no. You going to be homeschooled, bro. He going to get an education, but like, come on, bro. It's just a logical thing, dog. It's what they're already doing in Europe, bro. They're doing it for soccer.
I know a couple families already homeschooling their kids for the sake of sports. They already cutting the school portion out for the most part. So I see what you're saying.
I mean, they've been
you know what else?
You look at guys like Monteverdi Academy and the IMGs. Like, what you think that is?
No,
it's the reason, bro. It's the reason. You know what else is the reason? It's also the reason why overseas basketball is catching and is about to hawk United States basketball. Hey, I'm just saying. They haven't caught it yet, but they're on the way to catching it, and pretty soon they're gonna hawk them. Because guess what? What percentage of the players right now are from overseas, bro? When we're talking about let's talk about the
growing percentage.
Let's talk about the top 10 players. Talk about the top 10 players.
Last couple of MVPs.
Maybe 30%, 40%.
It might be more like 50. It might be more like 50% of the top 10. Look, Jokic, Giannis, Luka. You can argue a couple more, and I'm just giving you the obvious three.
Indeed.
That's the obvious three. Okay, boom. Like how much more? Like these are the obvious three. Hey, look, Embiid went to college, right? But guess where he started? NBA Africa.
Overseas.
What do you think they doing in NBA Africa, bro? You think they out there training trigonometry in NBA Africa? Yeah, all right. They training jump hooks in NBA Africa, bro. They ain't training no trigonometry, bro. So I'm just saying, bro, like you got to see where it's headed, bro, because there's already evidence to show you, and it's already happening, bro. They already starting to dominate. Europe already starting to dominate the league.
Yeah.
So why is that? Why is that? If we started basketball, we started the NBA, because we ain't dominating soccer. Right? We ain't dominating their sport. So why are they starting to dominate, bro? Because they're focused on it, and we're not.
The rise of the EuroLeague star, it went right along, correlates exactly with the rise of them making basketball softer and pushing offense instead of defense.
That's a good point too. I mean, that is a direct correlation. That is a direct correlation. But they also applied their same model that they apply to European football
to basketball.
They applied that to basketball, bro.
They got the academies and all that. Yeah, smart.
It's that simple, bro. You're going in that academy at 15, and that's all you worried about until you're 18. I'm not saying you're not learning too, but your main job, like, you know what I'm saying? You're in a program that's geared to that, bro.
Coaches.
It changes things, bro.
Yeah. And you help the national team. I mean, yeah, I get it.
We're going to see, man.
Once upon a
We're
time.
going to see if it, I mean, you know.
They're not built for the NBA. 16-year-old. Yeah, but that's the thing, man. When you get into these academies, you just play until you're ready. It's not about the age once you're in the system. No, 16-year-old can't play pro, but by the time he's 19, 20, he.
And think about it like this, yo. I brought up Bilal Coulibaly earlier, right? And this how crazy it is overseas, and this how far ahead of us they are, right? Bilal Coulibaly spent most of the year, right, on the Metropolitans 92 21U team until it was playoff time. They moved him up, or mid-season they moved him up, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he ready to stay here." See what I'm saying? Now, there is some evidence of what it could be like in America already. You don't got to look too far. You can just look at baseball, bro, because baseball been doing this for a minute. You think Mike Trout went to college?
No.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So you think that you think Aaron Judge went to college? And I'm not even sure about Aaron Judge, but I'd be willing to bet he didn't go to college, bro. You know why? Because you're getting drafted at 17.
Yeah.
Stop playing, bro. Yo, it's already there for you to see, bro. It's just they've held this specific sport back. You know why? Because the NCAA makes money off of it, bro. It's all about money, bro. Yeah. Like, come on, man. It's right in front of us to see already. And it's just all they got to do is apply. They're going to apply the exact same model eventually to these other sports too, or they risk getting left behind by these Euros.
No, I won't disagree. I mean, he made some really strong points. They're going to have to make guys play defense again if you want to stop the European. You know, it's technically what they lack physicality. So, you know what I'm saying? Until you can again, you're going to get these guys, these Rubios running around doing what they want out there.
So, to your point, T, are you saying that a Doncic doesn't thrive a certain amount of years ago, or
no,
a Jokic?
No, both of those guys transcended, right? They're any era. They are so technically sound, and they also have bodies that can absorb contact. But your Bilaus, your Wembanyama's, these frail guys, no, absolutely not. Back then, they would have put them guys under the rim into the stands, and they would have lost their love for the game.
They would have took their heart.
They would have went back to Paris. Last train to Paris.
Hey man, I hate it. I hate that it's going this way, bro. Sometimes when the good mister makes a prediction, it brings the good mister no pleasure. All right. I love the tournament. Bro. I love the college football playoff, how they finally expanded. I love it all, bro. It brings me no pleasure to feel this way. And I think it's gonna hit football last. Don't get me wrong. I think it'll hit basketball before it hits football.
I think you're wrong though, bro. The powers that be love those things, bro. They love college.
Well, I said if Congress, if Congress steps in, bro, all right, then Congress done saved things before. I mean,
one of the biggest things you have working against you is that certain towns and cities only have college sports. They don't have pros. So
those towns are still Alabama's still gonna be showing up and saying Roll Tide. They don't care if Henry's there or not. Alabama's still showing up to say Roll Tide. You know why? Because that's about pride in the actual school, bro. That's not about national viewership, watching the best prospects. You feel me? Like, they're going to still be in there saying Roll Tide, bro. No question. But that's what it's going to be about. It's going to be about real pride in the school or the place that you're in. It's not going to be about watching the best against the best compete.
Okay.
That's what college football used to be about. All right. College sports didn't start as let's watch the absolute best athletes go against the absolute best athletes. It started as, this represents our school, right? It was a representation of the university, and that's what it started as.
Like high school.
It became a money-making operation. So it's gonna go back to its origins, bro. It's gonna revert back to its origins unless Uncle Sam comes in and saves the day. All right. Which he very well may. And to Scruff's point, that's the biggest hope for college. Without Uncle Sam coming in and save the day, it's a wrap.
Well, I don't know if it's gonna be Uncle Sam specifically, but just the powers that be. You feel me? Which means, there's a lot of things. That's the government, that's the rich people that control things. I'm not trying to get into all that today, but
hey,
the powers that be.
Because the rich people that control things, they really just about the bread. So if they see it moving to a way, they just gonna hop on the new way it's moving to and try to control that new way.
They're not all about the bread, because those are the same people that are keeping some of these universities flush with endorsement money and donations and new stadiums.
No, that's facts. That's facts. But I think if they really want to get saved, bro, that's why this dude's calling on Congress, bro. That call for Congress, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. I didn't know about that, bro. That's crazy, though. That's waving the white flag. That's throwing in the towel for real, bro. That's like in the boxing match, you throw it in the towel, bro. Like you saying, yo, we can't handle this, yo. Like, we going to lose the reins.
Definitely a last resort.
Is Commissioner Greg Sankey.
And
that commission, that job, that money, that well drying up. He like, yeah.
Bro, if the commissioner is doing that means he's getting pressure from other people. You know what I'm saying?
I did not know they called on Congress, bro. That's a whole different ball game, man.
Is it right here? Urgent need for Congress to set national standards for NIL in an era of empty commitments and patchwork state laws.
Empty commitments.
Right. Now the commitment is empty. Hey, come
Quote,
on, bro.
only Congress can fully address the problems facing college athletics.
So you see what they're trying to say? They're basically trying to say, yo, if you're gonna agree to be able to take some money, you have to agree to staying at this institution for a certain amount of time.
Well, I told you that's what's going to happen with the NILs, man. They're going
to. That's what they're trying to. That's what they mean by empty commitments, bro. This is what I'm trying to get you.
That's what they were talking about. My bad. They were talking about that too, because basically they were saying that players could basically go into the coach's office and be like, "Yo, look, if you don't give me more money than this other school, I'm gonna bounce."
No, that's happening. That's happening. They're trying to steal some of the power back, but so what, man? Like, you deal with it.
Deal with it, yo. Y'all been making money off the backs of these kids for all this time. Time for that bubble to blow,
bro.
Time for that bubble to blow, man.
A team can offer you as a high school athlete, and when you say I'm ready to come, they can say, no, thank you.
Yep. And they can cut you when a new coach get there. They can cut you like dead weight, cut you like dead skin.
So
Deion showed up and told all them boys, "I'm bringing my own luggage in his Gucci," or Louis, whatever he said, bro. Come on, bro.
Well, according to this report, it says Sankey says Congress talks, quote, exceeded the expectation.
Yeah, well, hey, look, so you know what that means, though. You know,
they said, don't worry, Sankey. We're gonna get these motherfuckers back in check.
But you know what that means, bro. Everything is a give and take, right? So you don't give Congress don't give nothing without getting something in return.
Intact.
Remember that. There's something in return,
bro.
The same way you knew that Angel Reese was gonna be over there holding that Jill Biden jersey, bro. You knew something was going down. You knew what was going down. They're like, yo, tell that bitch shut the fuck up before we pull all the money out of all y'all shit.
They're gonna make an NIL tax. Watch.
They gonna make sure they keep them motherfuckers in check, bro.
Crazy, man. Crazy times we live in, bro. All I'm saying is, yo, if you have a child and they're a prodigy, and you might be best served letting them go play for the 92 Metropolitans, all right? Don't keep them in America, man. Send that boy to the 92 Metropolitans, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get them in a real program, bro. Because hey, look, the Euros is outpacing us in basketball. The trajectory they're on right now, it's like we're moving like this, and the Euros are moving like this, bro. They ain't catch us yet, But once it gets to the top, they would have caught us in basketball. And that's
Also,
a
not
damn
just
shame.
the Euros, bro. It ain't just the Euros, bro. I don't know if y'all peep the Canadian basketball team they put out for FIBA. That joint better than that JV team the U.S. put out, bro. They better watch out. They're going to get put by Canada. They better not fuck around, for real. Canada team, nice.
No, Canadians have been hooping for the last probably 4 or 5 years. Anthony
And they got
Bennett.
some superstars now. Yeah, they got some superstars now.
They got SGA.
Starting with Shai
They got a
Gilgeous Alexander.
SGA the closest thing to a superstar that Canada got. All right.
Nah, they
Only
got a
superstar
couple.
Canada got is Drake. All right.
Nah,
They got
you
SGA
bugging,
though.
bro.
They got SGA. SGA is a super. He's a borderline superstar at this point.
Nah, he is a
Borderline,
superstar.
No, he's not. He's a borderline superstar. He
Nah,
ain't
they
there
also
yet.
got Jamal Murray. Hey, they also got Jamal Murray.
I think, so I'd say he's about on the same level as SGA. I think SGA is better as a player, but as a star, Murray might be bigger now if they win that chip.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's
Dylan
a good.
Brooks.
Y'all hate Dylan Brooks. I was the only one saying that I like
Hey.
him, man.
Somebody like him. I'm just saying he's somebody. He's somebody.
He ain't no
somebody worth
superstar.
mentioning.
Canada ain't
They
gonna
got
catch
some
us. They
guys.
just not large enough. They're not large enough. But these Europe as a whole.
They also got. Hey, check it out though. They also got Kelly Olynyk, and they got my man from Purdue.
Bruh, what? You talking about dudes that ain't who Edie?
Yeah.
You might worry about Edie. All right, bro. I'm playing, bro.
All right.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm not saying they couldn't beat
He's
the
7
US
foot
team, but
something.
listen, what US is putting out is still better than what Canada's putting out. But
Oh,
in
and
the
they got
future-
Dwight Powell. Oh, not Dwight Powell. The Powell from the Mavericks.
that's Dwight Powell.
Dwight Powell.
Ain't nobody worried about Dwight Powell, bro. But
He a big.
to your point, that's a good.
They got RJ Barrett too.
That's a good team, bro. That's a good team, and that team is to be reckoned with. And but nobody is as a whole. Europe is really catching American basketball, and for years it was just like if you put an all Europe team versus an all US team, that game is going. That's a 7-game series, bro. That's a 7-game series right there, bro. All Euro.
They got Lou Dort. They got Lou Dort too.
Matter of fact, yo, you can put all Euro versus all North America. So give us all the Canadian guys too. Put the Canadian guys and the American guys on the same team. Then put all the European guys on the same team. Get a roster of 12. That's a 7-game series, bro. And you know what? I might lean Europe, bro. I might lean Europe, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Starting 5, go crazy, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you would need Canada on their side too to beat the U.S. But either way, the landscape's changing. You're right about that.
Yeah, and it's changing rapidly. So something better give, man. Something better give.
But yeah, I think we lost T, so we might as well go ahead and sign off for the night. Shout out to all our listeners tapping in with us. We on a little new platform tonight. Y'all go ahead and hit that tip button. If y'all seen that tip button pop up, go ahead and drop something for us. You feel me? We'll be getting all this regular shit rolling every week now. But yeah, you know how we close out every show, man. Sports for the culture.